One of the most neglected pieces of safety equipment on a boat is this, a humble life jacket. These things spend most of their lives tucked away in a dark, damp hole somewhere on the boat, only being pulled out when legislation says you need to put them on. But nothing thrives on neglect, and that's especially the case for life jackets. But a piece of paper like this doesn't tell you everything you need to know about self-servicing a life jacket. That's why we're off to Marine Safety Victoria to ask them to show us how to do it properly. To do this, we're turning to the experts. Helping us is Marine Safety Victoria Recreational Boating Safety Officer, Phil Hughes.
The very first thing, you've got your life jacket here. You're going to actually have to undress your life jacket. So just literally quickly run your hands around it, undo it. Some are held together with zips, some are held together with Velcro, all sorts of bits and pieces. Right. We've undone our life jacket, literally like that. You'll notice it's yellow on the inside, doesn't matter what the outside covering is. So the very first thing we recommend you do is you actually unscrew the canister, just in case you accidentally pull a cord. You don't really want to set the jacket off. Once you've taken out the canister, as per the manufacturer's instructions, there's only two inspections. First one's a visual inspection. You're looking for corrosion, you're looking for rust, you're looking for dings, any sort of damage. It's got a small amount of rust on it, you just polish that off with a steel wool, that's fine. If it's got too much rust on it, then we need to get another canister. The other check for the canister, if we quickly have a look on the canister, you'll notice there's a weight on the canister of its contents. We actually need to weigh that to confirm that the amount of contents in the canister consumes that will allow the jacket to inflate. So we'll just put the canister to the side. Whilst we've got it out, we then need to check the jacket itself. We want to check the clips. Do they work? Do they function? Are they broken? Are they split? Check the webbing. Check the fitting, check the stitching on the webbing, check the fittings, make sure they're not broken. Does the adjustment of this jacket work? All those sort of things. On the other side of the jacket, we've got reflective tape on both sides. Is our reflective tape still in place? Is it still showing its reflectiveness? Coming around to the other side of the jacket as we're checking the seams, we get to the oral inflator mouthpiece. Definitely make sure you check it where it joins the jacket. Check the top is there, that it's actually in place, it's actually securing it. Check it for wear and tear. Sometimes they have whistles. Again, check the whistle, make sure the whistle works. Once you've done that, come back to your mechanism. Now, this being an automatic jacket, it also has a cartridge that sits on the bottom. So one of the checks that you would need to do is unscrew that cartridge. It actually has a date stamped on it. And as we are doing these self-inspections every 12 months, the date stamped on this cartridge needs to be hence greater than 12 months from today. If it's not, you need to go and purchase another cartridge. Just again, have a visual inspection of the cartridge. It's not showing any signs of wear or tear. Have a look at your mechanism. As it's an automatic, it's got a piston in the bottom. Just gently give that piston, make sure there's no resistance when you're pushing that piston in or out. Check that the mechanism itself, the manual component, actually works. There's no damage to the little rope or cord that's attaching. Inside this one, it also has two seals. Make sure the seals are in place. Make sure they're not showing signs of damage. If any of that is damaged or broken, you will need to refer to the manufacturer for checking. Screw the automatic cartridge back on. You'll notice on the front here we have some red and green. So at the moment it's showing red because we don't have a canister in. So as we screw the canister in, it's very important to make sure we screw the canister in but we don't over tighten it. Once it's in there, get it to where it stops and literally just nip it like that till it's firm. You'll now know we're showing green. Okay, now that we've checked the jacket for wear and tear, we've checked the mechanism, we've checked the canister, the last check we basically need to do is we need to actually inflate the jacket. As per the manufacturer's instructions, we inflate the jacket through the oral inflation tube, leave overnight and make sure the bladder is firm. So we just grab our push bike pump. As we can see, we've just got the cut down end of a silicone tube, taken the cap off our oil inflator tube. We literally just place the pump over like that and we just literally pump the jacket up until the jacket is firm. Okay, now that we've finished pumping up our jacket that's in the firm condition, what we need to do is, I'll just turn it back around again, leave it in a cool, dry place overnight because now we're going to check whether it goes down. So if you come back in the next morning and it's still in this condition, in this shape, looks like your jacket's holding its air, pack it up, fill out all your documentation, you're free to go. If you do happen to come in and the jacket has gone down, we recommend you refer back to the manufacturer for further assistance. So now we're at the stage, we've come in the next morning and as you can see our jacket is still in its firm state. So just to quickly show you how to deflate your jacket, again you do that through the oral inflator piece. I'll just turn the jacket around and you'll notice if you look at the cap's got a little nib on the top. So all we do is take the cap, Invert the cap inside the oil inflator, and as you can see, we're just removing the air from the jacket. So you need to completely remove the air from the jacket before packing it away and getting it ready for use. So as we mentioned earlier, one of the checks we need to do is we need to actually weigh the canister. So we've read the weight of this canister, it's 155 grams. So I've just got an ordinary set of butcher's scales, just basically placing the canister on there. And as you can see, it's weighing 155 grams, so that is perfect. That can go back into the jacket.
Once you've completed the inspection, all that's left is to reassemble the life jacket ready for use.
So as you can see, we've now deflated our life jacket, we've packed our life jacket back away, we've written on the life jacket the self-inspection date, we've completed the self-inspection certificate, so the life jacket's ready to go back on your boat.
But when is an old life jacket too old to use safely?
Just being presented with this life jacket that Barry's brought in off his boat, let's just have a look at it. So just undoing the jacket, the very first thing I see is some mouldy material, which is not a very good sign. We've just opened this jacket. It's not in very good condition. It's certainly showing a lot of signs of mould. As you can see, it's got a very rusty canister. The mechanism is actually missing the securing clip from here. The cord has started to dry and thus fray. Mark on our oil inflator tube. Looks like it's not in very good condition. This is one jacket that should definitely not be on a boat.
All right, so due to the age and condition of this jacket, Phil says I shouldn't have it on my boat, but let's do a quick test and see if it'll work. All right, so I just pull the trigger and see what happens. I don't think that's worked.